Hello. Today I am going to go over the new features available in the Personal Encounter event, as well as the copy feature available in all events. I'm going to work within a family that I've created under my user profile. The family's name is Nicole Thomas, and Ellie and Grayson will be the children. From the Contacts tab, I'm going to click into the family to open it up and begin to enter a personal encounter. From here, I select Personal Encounter and New Event. Once the event opens, I will begin to populate the event as I would. So I'll just put a little description here. Personal encounter event, Thomas family. I have mom as the primary. I'm going to backdate it a little bit just to show the copy form features later. So I'm going to backdate it to 10/1, and we would fill in the rest of this as necessary. I'm going to hit save. After the initial save, we will see that I am able now to add additional contacts as well as create a form. When I add additional contacts, I will now put the children on the event. So I am going to include Ellie, and then I am going to include Grayson. This is different from what we've had users do in the past, in that the primary for these events will now be mom, and then you will include the children as additional contacts within the event. So now I have Nicole as the primary on the event, along with her children, Ellie and Grayson. Once the contacts are added, there is no need to hit update or close. You can go back into the events, and you should see these additional contacts on the event now. The reason I know that there are additional contacts is the little people icon now shows. From here, you can begin to enter your form or survey. What you will see now in the personal encounter form is a child name dropdown. You can choose the child you're entering a form for and begin to enter the form. Forgot to hit my autosave. Be sure always to do that. And I'm not going to fill in the complete form, but just enough to give us an idea. So from here, I'll save my form. Once the form is saved, we know that we can X out of that browser, and I'll now see the form below in my event. So I entered a form for Ellie. Say I want to also enter a form for Grayson, the other child on the event. I could choose, if a lot of the information is the same, I could choose to copy Ellie's form and just update or adjust as needed. So now that I've created a form in my dropdown, you should see that form, and you can hit copy. It will open the form that I've created, which we know was attached to Ellie, but I'm now creating a form for Grayson. So I've chosen Grayson, and I will just go ahead and click a few extra things so that we know it's Grayson's form, and then choose save. Once the form saves, we can X out of the browser, and you'll see a small blink here. When you do see that blink, that's when you'll see your form populate. From here, my event is complete. We'll just go ahead and hit complete there and fully fill in the event. I could have done that earlier. I had just left those blank to save time. So now I will save and close my event. From the Events tab within the Thomas family, you will now see your personal encounter, everyone from the encounter, and if you wanted to go into the event, you could click into it. The next feature I wanted to show you was how to copy an event, which this is a feature that has existed on the system already, but it might come in handy for shortcuts. So If I knew I had visited the Thomas family on October 1st, now they're due for another home visit, a shortcut into creating that event on the system would be to go to their October 1st personal encounter. Once it opens, I'm going to scroll to the bottom where it says Save and New. I'm going to click Copy Contacts and Copy Event. Once I do this and hit Save and New, I've created a new event with all of the information already populated as well as the contacts on that event. So once that event saves, what I would do is you'll just make adjustments to the date and any other information that might need to be adjusted. So I'm going to call this Personal Encounter Event Thomas Family number 2. I know that my contacts are all the same. If your contacts haven't been, you can jump in here and edit them. I've adjusted my date. Description would be a notes field. And now I can pull over a personal encounter event from the past, or I can create a new one. I know that I created one recently for Ellie and Grayson. It is dated 11/12 because I didn't change my date. If I pick an event and choose to copy, or an event, if I pick a form and choose copy, you see I've pulled up Ellie's form here. And because I'm entering information on date 11/12, 11/12 is entered. But to truly have this be the form that attaches to this personal encounter, I'm going to backdate it. What did we say? October 15th. To October 15th, always the autosave button. We're going to say that this again is for Ellie. And if anything has changed, you can adjust. And I'm going to say testing forms for Ellie, number 2. And I'll save changes. Once your form is saved, you can exit out of the browser, and you will now see the form attached to the event. So see where I changed that date, and now reflects that down here in the form. And if I wanted to pull over any other forms, you would select from the drop-down and choose Copy. I will save and close the event. And then once the event is saved, you will see it. I can either toggle back and forth here or hit refresh, and you will see that event show on the contact display. With these changes, I have also included an update to the manual, and we will continue to update the manual, but I thought to get you guys started, the guidelines for event primary contact and forms available in NewOrg has been updated, and you will see that under the main files tab right here. We will continue to work with the network in the system, and we invite any comments or feedback. You can email Nicole at nichole@babytalk.org. Thank you.